Jensen, maybe you could light a little bit on, throw a bit of light on Copenhagen's experience.
Thank you very much, Mark. Ladies and gentlemen, we can do both. We must do both. We must fight the climate challenges and thereby better the future life for our citizens. We must at the same time seek to create strong economics, prosperity, jobs for our citizens. That was my point of my opening speech earlier today. Therefore, I'm thrilled to be present here at this very special city track session. At this session, we can go from talking strategy to start talking hands-on solutions and concrete cooperation. We know the challenges. What we need is to start working together. This is one place to start today. In Copenhagen, we are aiming on a broad political consensus in order to become the world's first carbon-neutral capital in 2025. It requires cooperation, enormous investments, and strong focus on green growth. We call for new technologies to be developed. We call for private partners to get even more involved with us because we know it helps us developing our city and stimulate our growth. Let me give you a few examples from Copenhagen. A few years ago, the city of Copenhagen engaged in cooperation with a number of private partners and our University of Copenhagen. Our goal was to build a sustainable building for the University of Copenhagen with as low energy consumption and CO2 emission as possible. The building came into use last year and has been a great success, not least because of the technological solutions that private companies could offer. Copenhagen has also just decided to invest an additional 18 million euros in retrofitting a significant share of our 2.2 million square meters of building space owned by the city. Allow me also to highlight the municipality's district heating system as a good example of green solutions, an example that might inspire other cities as well. In Copenhagen, more than 97% of all buildings are now connected to the district heating system with optimized the use of energy. And it was very interesting hearing about your experience in Beijing. In the coming years, we are looking to invest even more in green solutions. This is strongly evident from the recent adoption of the budget for the next years. We will invest in renewing our municipal buildings, in green energy projects in the city, and also initiatives both for cyclists and for better public transport. We are well aware that these solutions and investments cannot carry out by the city alone. We are looking for both public and private partners that are interested in developing green city solutions and in testing out new solutions in our city. Copenhagen will open up to test and demonstrate our future solutions. We want Copenhagen to be a leading international lab for a green urban solution. In fact, the city of Copenhagen has earlier today just hosted a roundtable session on green growth with key business of Denmark and internationally and our university leaders. The roundtable discussion showed me that we have a good and strong momentum. We also need to work together across national boundaries. In the context, I would like to mention C40, chaired by my colleague, the Mayor of Toronto, David Miller. C40 is a great example of how city organizations can be a driving force in facilitating these best practices, as I just mentioned. Also, Eurocities is a key player for us in Copenhagen. Green growth is the paradigm of tomorrow. It is up to us to make it real. Let's increase our efforts starting today. Thank you very much for your attention, and thank you for giving me the floor. Mark.
Thank you very much.